right, gang. Ian Anderson, Cory, Murrell, Central Coast Disc Golf. We're back for some more Idlewild. We got round 1 again, part 2.
Part ducks, if you say.
Part ducks, yes, exactly. But we got some bonus footage of this feature card. Really cool to have it. And we're looking at hole 10.
Yeah, and this is an absolute doozy. 368 feet. It's one of those classic holes that the camera does not do the elevation justice. It isn't quite as extreme, but it kind of has that vibe from Rocky Mountain Championships. That I think is hole 3 on one of those courses that just goes like straight up. This feels like that.
Really? It's that uphill?
It's longer, right? So I think it's equal amount of uphill, but it's just longer.
That's interesting. Zach got out there about halfway up the fairway, and James just piping it.
Oh, that's that dog bite destroyer.
Wow. We saw some incredible drives from the other card. Round 1, I believe. On this one.
Corey Ellis. Zach Johnson, man, with that flick. I'm still jealous of that thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was that Roadrunner, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I like the play. It makes tons of sense. Hyzer flips go so straight. Gary? Oh, I'd take that.
Yes, I would absolutely take that.
Yeah.
You see all the SIGs on the bottom of it?
Yeah, there was. Love it. There's that T-Bird 3 again. Forehand again. Haven't seen that too much from Paul. Getting creative. Zach, right-hand side of the woods, go in. Oh, my gosh.
A hair short, but he'll take it.
Yeah, get out of trouble really well there. As does Gary. That should par. And we got a birdie look for James.
Yeah, through the trees. I mean, it's as good of a birdie look as you can have on this one, though.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's where James is at home in the woods, you know?
I could see so we played Silver Cup last weekend, and I asked him if he's coming down like Tuesday or Wednesday. What do you think you're going to do? Ooh, great putt by Paul. He's like, I'm rushing down. He left Monday morning at like 7 a.m., crushed it all the way down. He's been playing practice rounds all weekend. I've never seen a man more giddy.
That is so funny, man. It makes tons of sense, though. It's a Conrad course. Mm-hmm. It's long and wooded. There's Gary cleaning up nicely. After we had a bunch of nice par putts.
I was gonna say at 2.75, this hole does play 3.45 on the field, so that's more than half a stroke on more than half the folks.
Not surprised by that par average though. It's a tough one.
It is super tough. I mean, not a lot of birdies and just so much bogey appeal.
Yeah. We got ace appeal on this one though, Cory.
This is true. This one does not have bogey appeal unless you're Drew Gibson on our round 1 card. Then you're sullying the statistics because this one plays 2.59 average. We did have an ace during round 1 on this hole. And we actually got lunch with a guy who aced, and he was really scared they weren't going to count the round. He's like, does that ace pot still count then? If they cancel round 1, I'm going to be so upset.
Don't blame him. That's comedy. Conrad with a good run. Melton with the forehand here.
I like this play. Dixon Jowers, we played a round, which I did handle the scandal. I beat him down pretty good, but he showed me that little righty backhand skip line.
Uh-huh. I'm sorry, handle the scandal?
I handled the scandal. Like there was a scandal I handled it, and he went down.
What's the scandal beat that he was going to beat you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was multiple scandals reported that Dixon thinks that he could beat me, thinks that there's occasion that he could beat me, but it just never happens. I shot my personal best at Golden Gate when I was playing with him, no biggie.
Dixon's your good luck charm.
It really is.
Like, and this camera guy is Gary's good luck charm. That was a good putt for birdie. You going to see a star frame here?
I mean, we're looking like it. If that's the second farthest away, there's no reason to miss it. And, frankly, we should see a star frame here. There's not a lot of reason not to birdie it.
Yep. Got to give Dixon a shout-out for hooking up the hotel room, though, for Cory this week.
Oh, my gosh, I know. This is that whole DGPT crew. Turns out they had the most lavish hotel rooms in disc golf media history. So there was an extra pull-out couch in 2 rooms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Living the life, Cory.
I know.
That card was living the life with that nice little star frame there on hole 11. That's going to bring us to hole 12.
You'd need that star frame after a hole like this, too. 644 feet of just pure bogey. Ooh. This one comes in at 4.63 average. So really, other than hole 8, the par 5, and hole 16, the other par 5, it's the highest scoring hole on the course. If you can throw it maybe 280 to 300 feet straight and park the landing zone, then you have a chance at 3. Otherwise, it's just scramble from where you are each throw and figure out a 4.
God, this hole. So I feel like the landing zone for your first shot is almost the size of like a putting green or smaller.
Yeah, it's like throw. Yeah, you have to throw it inside the circle, right at this really specific spot, and then throw it inside the circle again, but even farther.
Yeah, it's a 2 great shot par 4. He missed the landing zone.
Yeah, and he even went putter to try and hit the landing zone, still couldn't get it.
No. Zach plays the best for him if he can not do that. Yeah. Paul going forehand Firebird.
Have to assume it's probably that Luster Firebird. I know he's got a few. He's got a cool one that has like a DX Leopard stamp on it. I'm like way jealous.
That one's pitched behind a tree, though. That's going to be an interesting second shot. And Gary playing the hyzer flip.
Solid. I think that's the best spot of the bunch.
I think you're right, yeah. You got Zach, probably, yeah.
Yeah, running it out.
Run it out. Oh, he's out in the open. That'll get up and down, at least. And Paul with a fun stance here.
Ooh, my man, going to the sky flick roller.
Oh, that petered out way early.
It did, but at the same time, at least you can get a 4 from there, and that's fine.
Yeah. That's Conrad coming out of the woods.
I need to speak with James after that shot. That is unreal. That's that Luster PD2 that he has, the stablest thing on the planet.
Really? Okay.
And he just hammered on that.
Wild. Is that Gary? Who was it down there?
That was Gary. I believe we missed his upshot. His upshot, yeah, his second shot kicked into the woods. That's right. We had a suspect angle on it, and I opted not to use it.
Gotcha. And this is Paul for his third shot out of the woods.
Yes.
Just skipping a Star Destroyer. That didn't go far enough, I don't think.
No, he's going to have a outside the circle. Circle's edge, maybe.
Yeah. Zach with his third.
That's acceptable, I'd say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. James, scary look here. Almost edge of circle 2. Wow. I thought he was going to make that.
I thought he was too. And
Did it roll?
Did roll. And is rolling.
No.
And is rolling.
Oh, no. That decision to run that might cost him a stroke. Paul? Oh, Paul, get that up.
Yeah, he knows it too.
Ceiling issues there, possibly. James coming back up the hill. Ah.
Ay. What, he was 7, 8, 9 down at this point. It's tough pill to swallow there with the bogey.
That was the Birdogi even. That was Gary out of the woods. There's Zach cleaning up a par. We got who'll be up next? Paul for his bogey. Wow.
Yeah, not
Gary.
a bogey you want to take, but I mean, like I said, a 4.63 average. If you're saying maybe you got 2 bogeys and this is one of them, it's not a bad feeling.
Yep. I think we got 1 par on the card.
Yeah, 3 5s and a 4.
And that was the worst drive.
Actually, you're right. That was by far hit the earliest tree.
Yeah, solid scrambling, Zach. Denny should sponsor you, right?
Yeah, scramble the day.
Scramble the day. All right, hole 13, double mando, but not really.
Yeah, the fake double mando. Last year it did play as one. This year it doesn't. It is a ridiculously hard 2, though. Having said that, we did see a couple so far out here. There's been a few cards during round 1 and round 2 that were able to get it. Kevin Jones during his second round was able to nail this one. But last year only 1-2. Grady Shue, the only guy. If you can throw that hyzer flip to hyzer, that's your best bet. But, I mean, just play it for 3. Don't get silly.
Looks like Zach did the forehand version of that shot.
He did. That is spectacular. He's going to have maybe a 55, 60-footer inside circle, too.
Wow, really well done. James, is that Roadrunner?
That is, I think that's just a straight up rock, but that is out of bounds.
Oh no.
Yes.
Paul looks like a Star Destroyer. It's so funny to watch that one beat in over time. It used to be a meat hook.
Oh, I know, and now it actually glide on him a little bit.
Yeah, totally. Gary hits the gap nicely.
Get down there.
Oh.
Catches the tree, but I'll take that lie.
All right. So James throwing 3. Not even really guaranteed a 4.
Now,
Or
definitely not guaranteed a 4.
No, pretty much guaranteed at least a 5 at this point. Gary's second shot into the heart of darkness.
Oh.
Gosh, that flashed it so hard. And Mr. McBeast. Get it. It looks like it's in.
I know, it sat on that hill right behind the bucket.
Yeah, it's a ghost ace. Or a ghost birdie. Zach's drive. Wow, Zach.
Oh, no.
Come on.
God,
Oh, no.
I came up to the hole right, or to the card right after this hole, and Paul comes up to me. He's like, "Man, we just almost dropped bombs for you, dude."
They both got so close. So did James. Oh man, he is gonna 5.
Yeah, the bogey, double bogey. That's as far from ideal as you could possibly have,
isn't it? But gosh, that just happens out here, man. It's just like
it can get on top of you so fast. Ian.
At least one hole, I feel like, is just gonna bite you out here.
Mm-hmm. To stay clean through 18 holes is just unimaginable. I believe Kevin Jones has 1 bogey, or maybe 2 bogeys on the weekend. Him and Zach combined, I believe, are 3 bogey strokes on the weekend.
Wow.
Maybe 5.
That is remarkable.
It's remarkable.
Yeah, this course is so much trouble. There's that unfortunate double for James. 3s, they feel fine for the rest of the guys there.
Always thrown Innova and competed with Innova. I don't think I'd be playing the sport if it wasn't for creating the disc itself and then just taking it to the next level over and over and over again. How great the discs are themselves. It's really gained my trust, and I don't think I would be here without Innova. I don't see myself doing anything else.
All right, we are back. Gotta thank MVP getting us out here. You been throwing any MVP lately, Cory?
Ian, I've been throwing my 1 MVP disc, my main moneymaker sidearm disc, my phaser beam photon straight into the tall grass to the right of 16. I'm still waiting for it to come back. It's lost.
Oh no, it's gone?
Lost.
Heartbreak, bro.
I know.
I bet Jeff will hook up another one. He's a good guy.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully I get this one back, man. It is money.
Hole 14. What are we doing?
We are hopefully 2ing it if you're Cory Ellis. If you're mere mortals, you're throwing right for this gap on that left side and hoping for it to work to the right. So Zach Melton missed it, but it worked perfectly for his backhand.
Wow. Paul? What is that?
It's something flippy. It could be a leopard 3. It could be something, but that was about to ride to the right side.
Oh, yeah, it totally was. Kind of like Gary's is doing right now. Oh, never mind.
He wanted it.
Yeah, he did. At least he got the double tap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Better than the single. Ooh, this looks pretty.
Hey, there I am.
Oh, yeah. All right. We got some B-cam.
Yep, this is where I caught up to the card. So from 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, we'll have B-cam on it.
Right on. There's a second shot from Zach. That's pretty good.
Pretty good, too.
Oh,
good.
no.
It went long left.
It went all the way through everything?
Yeah.
Dang. Paul Star Destroyer. That was great.
Could not ask for a better spot to be, especially after that drive.
Yeah, he's close enough to make that putt. Gary with a forehand. Also getting out of trouble pretty nicely. Easy up and down.
Yep, and that's all you want. If you hit any of these early trees, a 4 is just such a bonus.
I can't believe Cory 2'd this.
That's unreal, right?
It's so ridiculous. Ooh. James posterizing this hole.
JK, too. Just putter.
That is cool, man. I like that man's style. Zach's third. Oh, sit down. Gosh, was he giving the half go?
Oh, yeah, he was running that thing for sure.
Yeah. Gary from just a little bit closer.
Boom. Big player, Gary.
Dropping bombs. That was huge.
That was a legit 125 probably.
Yeah. We've seen some big putts on this hole. Paul gonna do it too? No, he's not. Come on. What?
Dude, Paul, you think Paul's going to let him one-up him?
No.
He points right at Gary.
Paul is so crazy competitive, man. It is
I
so
love it.
funny, dude. You almost know what he's gonna make or miss, depending on like the competitiveness of the situation.
Dude,
It
you
is
know,
comical.
You want to know what happened before that 18 down round at Iglo?
What?
The night before, me, Bobby, Kayla, the buddy we're staying with, and Paul go to an escape room, and we didn't escape.
Uh-huh.
He's like all upset about it. Goes and shoots 18 down the next day. Goes to an escape room that night and escapes. He's like, "Oh, it's on."
0% surprised by that.
I know, right?
That is so funny, man. All right, hole 15 is not funny, Cory.
It is not. It is really the kind of perfect co-pilot to 14. 14 goes down and to the right while avoiding all the trees. This one's even tighter, and it goes up and to the right. So if you can throw that straight backhand, again, that finishes straight. That's the kicker on this. Finish straight. And then you have a nice little touchy backhand turnover approach.
All right. Paul going on that metal flake T-bird 3, just piping it up the middle.
Perfect.
Yeah, cool with that.
Yeah, I'm more than cool with that.
Yeah. Gary. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
drifted off left side, but that's all right.
Sure is. This guy throws straight, Mr. Conrad.
Back to that super flippy Roadrunner.
Huh. Wow. Perfect shot. Oh, way up there.
Yeah, that's prime. I mean, I don't think you could possibly even be any better than that.
Yeah. God, that second shot is not any easier, though. Zach hoping for the hyzer flip around stuff. Missed the most important tree.
Yep, it's up there. He's kind of in Gary land.
Yep. Gary with a sketchy footing puts up a good forehand, but finds a late tree.
Yeah, it should be noted that we have in front of us, we have Zach Arlinghouse, who's a 14-year-old dynamic discs player.
Uh-huh.
He is currently 1 down on course par.
Really?
He is
14?
so good.
That's disgusting.
He's a lefty that throws 5 bills.
Wow.
And he's got a righty flick. It's sick.
Wow. That's going to be fun to watch in a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun shot to watch right now.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's prime, man. McBeth flicking that, kind of that flippier of his Star Destroyers all the way up there.
Exactly. And Conrad, come on. Is that the AVR again?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That green JK is just unbelievable.
It's so dialed in. Gary's third from the woods. Pitches out nicely. That should save a par. I think Paul is up next for the birdie putt.
I think that might be the closest, as far as hole 14-15, the closest combined between the two holes in the field.
You got a combined CTP.
Yeah, like, what is it, like 8 feet maybe combined?
Uh-huh. Pretty ridiculous. And there is a drop-in bird for James. 3 birdies on that one.
That is unreal. This
Yeah.
hole averages 4.5, and they
It
just
does
played
really?
that 3.25.
Exceptional, man. Really cool to see. Hole 16, par 5. We saw some OB off the tee from our other card.
Oof, and there is so much OB to find. So just to give you an idea, the last 6 holes on this course play a 1.25 over, 0.3 over, 0.5 over, this one a full stroke over, and 18, another full stroke over par. So
This
if
averages
you
a 6?
This averages a 5.92.
Oh, my gosh.
The out of bounds is so prevalent. If you are off at all off the tee, and if you turn something over or hyzer out as your second shot,
Yeah.
you're toast.
Wow.
It is threeable if you get real aggressive off the tee, and then get, again, real aggressive in the midsection. You can get it down there for a putt for 3. We saw Corey Ellis get it in 3 shots, but unfortunately did take the 2 bogey strokes.
Yeah, he did. And that moat is OB too, right?
The moat just before the pin is out of bounds. Yep, we
Yeah.
saw Corey find that in our first video.
Mm-hmm. That's Paul finding some OB with that Star Destroyer.
That is very OB, and that's like in the absolute tallest stuff. That's going to take a
Yeah.
team of people to find.
Oh, this is where your photon.
Oh, yeah.
laser
It's
beam is?
second shot, right side. Shout out to anybody that could find it. I got a 5
Oh,
for
wow. James Stan. No?
And that's how bogeys are made, folks, is you throw a great shot, and it's an inch out of bounds.
Like where you can actually land a disc is very small.
Extremely
if you-
small.
Yeah, if you land in the short stuff, it's going to skip OB. So you got to land close to the OB on the other side almost.
Exactly, and it should be like the tall stuff. You have to be over the tall stuff, which means you can't just land it real close to the right side. So if you're over the
Yeah.
tall stuff, you're like landing it in the middle, and then it's going to slide out to the left. So you got to really cut it close on that right side, barely miss the tall stuff. It's such a fine landing zone.
It is really demanding shot. Gary pulled it off perfectly though. Center cut. Paul throwing 3 after the OB drive. He is hulking on this one.
Yeah, you know it. I mean, he just threw that pretty wimped hyzer off the tee, so this is just full crush, Phil.
Yep, he might make that, but he'll definitely get up and down for a 5 at worst. Gary, after that really nice drive, playing the flex shot for his second.
Woo, super flex.
Whoa, that thing's got some turn in it. A lot more than I thought.
It's got good distance, though, at least. So he's made it over the tall stuff, and at least a pretty easy up and down for his 4.
Is it? Okay. Zach, his second, after a really nice drive, staying in bounds.
Oof.
He is also smashing on one.
Have to imagine that's a Biofusion enforcer, maybe a defender. I know he likes his defenders.
Okay. Wow. Great shot, Zach.
Fantastic shot. Wonderful action with the disc to just slide him into at least having a chance at the eagle.
Yeah. This is making me realize how far Corey Ellis throws.
Dude, unbelievable.
Yes, he just
Unbelievable.
crushes. James, oh no.
Finding out of bounds again, and he's going to be in the trees, and that's not an easy up and down for his
I was gonna
5.
say, what's the look like over there? Gary trying to find a way through the trees. Oh, really well done, Gary.
Yeah,
That was a
good
tight
shot.
gap he hit.
It was.
Yeah. This is James throwing 4. Oh, get. Corey.
It's devolving. It's devolving.
Do not like McBeast. Oh, gosh. What?
He's dialed on the putting green
He
today.
is so dialed, man. He's been dialed for a while. I feel like
Yeah,
it's
in
almost,
fairness, he's been dialed for years, but yeah.
Yeah. This level of dialed, though, is a
True.
recent improvement. Zach? Dang.
That's an eagle, folks.
Zach.
That was a pretty casual eagle, too. Like, that
It
didn't feel
was.
like it was a ton of work.
No. Hit a good putt, though. James for, what, 6 or 7?
7 at this point. He never landed in bounds, Ian.
Whoa.
He just played a hole where he threw out of bounds, made the putt.
Made the putt. Never hit the ground in bounds.
Yeah, he comes over to me. He's like, good Lord, I could have kicked it there in less strokes than a 7.
Aw, James. Poor guy. Good putt from Gary to clean up. That's a birdie. That's nice.
Yeah, it doesn't feel quite as nice after friggin' McBeth and Melton bang big ones, but
Seriously.
take a 4.
Zach for the eagle. Incredible. Is that Paul with a 9 down right now?
He is cooking, my friend.
Yeah.
And this is a par 4, which really is a par 3 with really high stakes. So you can 3 it if you can stay out of the water. It's a pretty good opportunity at getting another birdie on your score here.
Okay.
If you're throwing backhand, you got to throw a really touchy turnover, and you can bail out early into you can call it a landing zone, but it's still you're dealing with trees. I say the better option is just to rip it as far down as you possibly can, and hopefully you can get it down by the pin. And if you go OB, you go OB, and you have a chance at 3. Otherwise, it's just cut off as much danger as possible off the tee.
All right. Zach. Oh, wow. Huh. He kept him up, at least. Paul, T-bird 3?
Yep, and more like a T-bird tree.
It is a T-bird tree. Gary Costa. Wow, that's a popular tree.
Good spot to be, apparently. Or actually, it's a terrible spot to be, but popular spot to be.
What's this from James?
I honestly don't know, but it is super flip. It's like...
Maybe a Sidewinder or something?
Yeah, some sort of Sidewinder leopard situation, but that thing was going to run to the right.
Oh, it totally was. But instead, is it OB over there?
Nope, that's part of the inbound, so that's kind of what makes this whole, like, raw insanity.
Gotcha. Paul throwing a big Annie. That'll play.
Yeah, I mean, he's not out of bounds, and that's what's important on this hole. If you can just stay in bounds all the way down, you're okay.
Mm-hmm. Zach with his second, throwing the Annie forehand. Found another tree.
Yeah, this hole definitely is going to obviously like average closer to a par 4. But I think just switching it from a par 3 to a par 4 made those fours a little bit more palatable rather than like you just chunked your way all the way up this impossible hole and now you got to take a bogey.
Yeah. A little easier on the mental game.
Very much so.
So this is James's second shot?
Yeah, like technically for 2, but it's a really tough one.
Wow, I didn't realize this got so far.
Yeah, it's not a super far hole. Like at 418 feet, if you can just get something working to the right side, you're gonna get a lot of that distance.
Yeah, scary run here for Paul.
Oh,
Wow.
Good wall.
It was. Yes, it was. Gary also with a sketchy look. He will also settle.
I feel like if of any hole that needs one of the Disc Golf Pro Tour walls, this one is it.
Yeah, right? Zach gave it a good bid, but he will also take a 4, which is what Gary just dropped in.
I think Zach might be sitting at a 5, actually.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
He threw that turnover flick that kicked to the right.
Yeah.
As we get our last version of Smashbox Vision.
Oh, yeah, that was a bogey for Z.
I always
James
want to call him Melton.
Melton.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's a good nickname. You just see if it sticks.
I'll get right on that. That's like Peter McBride calling Big Jerk BJ.
No,
He's been committed to that for a year.
Peter is so innocent. I love him.
I know, right?
Hole 18, par 4, 650. Hell of a way to end your day, Cory.
Whew, it is a toughie. During our first round feature card with Gibson and Yuli, Yulibar's caddy, we're sitting here watching the next card throw up, and he's just like, this is a tough finishing hole. It's like, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's super hard.
Wrong.
It's super hard.
What is that from James?
That's a beauty is what it is. But even with that beautiful shot, he's super pinched.
He is not in a good spot, is he?
No.
Went real far, though. Is he going Destroyer?
No,
rock. Okay.
They both went rock.
This looks good.
That's great. I mean, if you can get up and down and you're not absolutely pinched behind a tree, job done.
Nice. Gary, chucking it up the middle, hanging out with Paul, almost anyway. A little shorter.
Yeah, not quite the distance, but again, like you're not in the woods. Check that off the box.
Tough one for the lefty here to not hyzer into the trees here.
He just bounced it off the hill. That works too.
Interesting play.
Yeah.
Unconventional yet effective.
Unintentional yet effective.
Nice, dude. Zach's second shot. That was good.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, he got the least distance out of everyone, but probably had the best lie.
Yeah, he was right in the middle, to be fair, right? That was, I believe, Gary throwing a forehand out of the woods. He's going to be lucky to get a par. And James super pinched.
Yeah. He's not bogeying, and that's what's important.
He is not going to bogey. That's true. See what Paul's looking at. Looking at a forehand with a Destroyer.
such a good spot to be.
That's a great drive, man. Second shot, just okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Inside the circle.
Yeah, gotta use
Hard.
those trees as a backstop.
Or front stop, really.
Ooh. Dang, man. You gotta quit one up at me. That was a good up from Gary there. James with a low ceiling look. Oh, it was a low ceiling.
It was low ceiling, and I actually take back my words about him not bogeying. He's still got a putt.
He does, doesn't he? Zach, you're better than that. And he knows it. Hands on hips. Conrad for par. Good finish.
Good finish. Great round. He's set himself up. I know he took a couple of bogey strokes where he didn't want to, but he set himself up right there, be in contention.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Paul. Too much want on that one.
That was an extreme amount of want. He laced that thing.
He did. Gary, I believe this is for par.
Yeah, Paul was one stroke off the lead. Kevin Jones had already come in with the 10. This is the last card finishing for that first round. So I'm pretty sure he knew that was for his share of the lead.
Oh, man.
He really wanted that juice. He juiced it up, because he really wanted it.
Yep. As we've discussed, the man competitive.
Yeah, fair assessment.
Yep. Couple par and bogey cleanups for the rest of the gang there. That's a tough hole to finish your day. As we see, a bunch of pars, one bogey. Paul comes in with a 9 down. James and Zach, that's respectable.
Very respectable. I mean, 6 and 5, we're talking close to the hot rounds in years past. We lost a few trees this year compared to last year. A couple of the pars have been softened, but regardless, that's called either A, a lot of scoring, or B, a lot of damage control.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so that's all we got for round 1 again.
And 2, technically.
And 2. Yes, we're not doing 2. We're coming back for round 3, right?
Yes, which I will be filming shortly. And our card is actually looking pretty sweet. McBeth slid down into that chase card position, but still remains tied with a lot of those lead card players. Then we got Zach Johnson, who we filmed round 1, put together another solid round, 7 down round 2 to join us. We've got Emerson Keith, newcomer to the program, but good kid nonetheless. And we got Calvin Heimberg, who throws, I don't know, a country mile or a city mile, one of the two, whichever one's farther.
Cool. I like it. That should be a fun watch. I hope you guys enjoyed another round 1, and we'll catch you guys for round 3.